Do you think the cost of a book is same as the value of the book? Absolutely not. Let us find out. I individually I love sales. I was once doing sales for entrepreneurial program. Now I was really good one to one and one to many, where I used to physically sit in front of the client or clients and then present my program to them, and then I used to convince them to be a part of this great program. So for that, I needed to be sitting physically in front of my client. Now I wanted to move a bit high, where I need not be required physically to sit in front of a client and explain him and overcome his challenges or hurdles and then convince him to come for the program. How could I do that? The only way I thought I could do that is by using my words. How do I create a message so that when the customer or the client reads my message, he or she is convinced in the same manner how they used to get convinced when I used to visit them and meet them one to one. So for that, I needed to know how can I design such a kind of content. Now, if I used my common sense and tried to do whatever I knew, I might not have been successful because that writing that kind of copy requires a totally different skill, and I did not know that skill. So what I did, I started searching for a book that will help me develop my skill, that writing skill. So I found this book on writing. It is Write to Sell, the ultimate guide to great copywriting. This is the book that I picked up, which told me that it was going to teach me how do you persuade someone to buy something using nothing but the written word. What does effective sales writing look like and sound like? Write to Sell has the answers. So whatever I was thinking about writing a copy or writing a sales letter, I thought that this book is going to give me that. So what I did, I bought this book. Now this book cost me 199 rupees. I bought this way back, maybe I think it is more than 10 years now that I have bought this book, and I still have this book with me because these are the books that you don't give away. You keep it as a reference, and then whenever you are writing these kind of contents, you can always go back to it and see whether you can implement those things or not, the tips that are taught in this book or not. So I bought this book, I studied this book, and I picked up the tips from these books and I started practicing writing messages that would help me sell my product. And then I became successful at what I was doing using the written word. Now, was this book cost me 200, approximately 200 rupees, 199. But did this book give me value only for 200 rupees? Absolutely not. This book gave me more value than 200 rupees. It depends on the individual. It depended on me how much value can I derive from this book. If using this book I could create more sales without me going sitting in front of the customer, then this book, minimum to minimum, I think this book generated 100 times more value than the cost for which I bought it. 100 times minimum, and still it is helping me generate more profit for myself. So I cannot put a value on this, and I cannot say the cost of this book is the value that I got from this book. I cannot say I read this book, I bought this book for 200 rupees, and then I read this book and I earned 200 rupees from this book, so now it's even. No, I don't read this book. No, that is not how these books are to be used. So now what happens is that most of the time the people, when they buy these kind of books, what is happening is that they are going through an emotion when they enter this kind of a book shop or in mall where they are selling books, and they look at the books and they get inspired by what is written behind, back, they read pages, and then they start thinking that this book is very interesting and I should buy it, and they buy it. And what happens, this book comes to them, they're excited when they're buying it, they come back to their home, they're excited, they keep it, maybe they read 2 3 pages of it, and then they put it back in their shelf to be there permanently. So they have a huge library of books, but not everybody reads all the books that is there in the library. So what I want to say is that do not become a librarian. Do not just have collection of books. You can add to your collection once you have maximized whatever concept you want to learn from that book and you have implemented it, and this book has helped you earn more money than the cost of this book. Then you can say that yes, I have juiced out this book and still I am juicing it out. Still I am using it for my benefit. So that is the value of a good book that can help you solve your problem. So next time when you're going to buy a book that will help you become a better person, and you know that you are not that kind of person, you want to change yourself, you want to become better at something, and seek out that kind of books. Don't buy on impulse and then keep it in your library. I also did these kind of things. I bought many books. Maybe it used to cross about every month. I used to buy about 1200 rupees books worth of books. Sometimes it used to go to 1500 rupees also. But then I realized, what is the use? Just keeping the books in my home and feeling proud at looking by looking at them. That was not what I wanted. So what I did, I cut down on my purchase. I cut whatever books I thought I did not need. I donated it to the library, college library, and it is there. Maybe the students there can pick up the book and once in a while they can go through it. It is gone where it can be used. So I got rid of that books. Now I have a minimum amount of books. And whenever I think of buying any new book, I don't use my impulse. I see the book, I read cover, back cover, go through the pages also, and I think that okay, I need to buy that book. I give time to that, I sleep over it, and then I think, do I really need that book, or can I first develop or implement what I already know that is there in the book? And based on that, I buy that book. But when I buy it, I keep it for long. I never sell that book, I never donate that book, I keep it. So that is the way I use these books, and the value of this book is not the cost of this book. So never buy a book because just because it is only 200, 250 rupees, or it's on sale and you think that one day you will read that book. It might never happen. So my purpose is to help you become better by reading these kind of books one at a time. Implement it, become a better person, and then you go about buying the next book. So before we come to the end of the session, I would like to say that next time, if you think of buying a book, or next time, if you're facing a challenge in your career and you want to get out of that challenge, you are frustrated with that challenge, you don't know how to overcome that challenge, go out and seek a book. You can go online and search for the book. And then you can go to online shopping like Amazon, Flipkart, and other places, and you can go and search if that kind of book is available. If it's available, read it. You get sample books also, 1 or 2 chapters. You can download it in your on your Kindle, and then you can read it, and then you can decide whether you want to buy that book or not. But seek books to solve your life's problem and become the best you can become.